Take your phone. At least we know. Okay. This is Corinne Hudson reporting from Lochrannoch, live as we speak. Help! I need some help. I need some viewers, please, and people to talk to me.
How long will it take?
Oh, Rory wants me off. Are you going to say hello?
Hello.
No, in you come, let everybody see
Oh,
you.
one person's already.
Hello. Oh, hello, Mike. How are you? This is fun. Okay, so we're just learning this. We're probably going to do it a few times over the next few days, and then maybe regularly thereafter, if you want to hear the sound of my voice. And
three.
3 people are on now. Oh, it's growing, isn't it?
It's faster than when I did it.
I'm more popular than you. It's because I'm disabled.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, 4.
Oh, right, okay. Rory's just going to give me a running commentary on how many people are watching, okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep an eye on the messages down there for me?
Okay.
And maybe we can answer people. So, we thought, I do have a plan. I know it doesn't
5.
look like I have, but I've got a bit of a plan. No, really, I was kidding. You don't need to give me a
Okay,
running
bye.
commentary. I do have a plan for this video. And I was hoping you would interact with me, and maybe we could have a wee chat about what's going on. I was just watching the TV there, and another big announcement saying pretty much the same as before, which is that we all need to be really good and stay indoors. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. This is my second week, so 1 week and 2 days to be exact. I've now been self-isolating, but I have to say the first week took a wee bit of getting used to. That's my dentist on, so I have to admit that I went to the dentist when I broke my tooth. But he was very good and gave me a complete isolation room. Much, Mike. I think scrubbed the place after I was in and prior to me going as well. So that's a whole week now I've been doing this. But it's really probably only the last 3 or 4 days that we've been really serious about it and decided that friends can't come round now, and people popping in and being helpful and things that can't really happen either. So it's been proper lockdown for a few days, and you might have seen last week how tough it was on my first day. I think the second day I had a complete meltdown, and then started to feel the knot in my stomach, felt really, really frustrated, everybody telling me I couldn't do things, and every time I thought I'll just pop out and somebody would say, no, you can't. So I found that really tough last week, and it started to make me think about all the troopers that we help at Find Your Feet, and how sometimes it's pretty crucial for them that they can talk to somebody, they can meet up with somebody, they can chat to somebody. It might be about their amputation, it might be about their state of mind, it might just be that they need someone to talk to. And in some ways that's probably not much different from all of you and all of us and how we're coping with it. But if you can try and imagine that you've lost limbs, your mobility is particularly bad, so you're prone not to getting out unless somebody helps you, or unless Find Your Feet send a taxi around and pick you up. And all of a sudden that rug is completely pulled from under your feet, and Find Your Feet can't send people around. We can't bring you to the clubs that we've been used to doing for you, and you can't meet up with the people you're used to meeting up with. In a lot of cases, a lot of them are kind of not used to the high-tech IT stuff that we're now getting used to this week. So for them, they can't just go and download the app Zoom and get on and chat to their friends. It's just way beyond what they're used to doing. So we're all having to make big changes. For us at home here, Rory started homeschooling like all the kids yesterday, which I have to confess we both thought was going to be a bit of a holiday for him. And then I worried about how I was going to keep him busy whilst trying to obviously do what we could for Finding Your Feet as well. But actually it's been quite different. His school have been great. He's got a school iPad, and he came down yesterday morning. Instead of starting at 10 when he was supposed to, at 9 o'clock he thought, I'll just start now and I'll go and do my work and I'll be finished early. And suddenly discovered there was a teacher waiting for him. 9:20, there was a teacher waiting to do a video conferencing call, and there ended up being 14 of his schoolmates or his classmates on that particular lesson. So big up, English teacher, thank you very much. And she sat and she read with them all. They all read from the book and they all answered questions, and that was a bit of a wake-up call for us, and now Rory knows at the start of every lesson in his timetable, there may well be a teacher sitting there waiting. Maybe they won't, maybe they'll just send an itinerary or an assessment or something to do. Maybe he just has to get down to doing the assessment. But he's certainly sitting there exactly when he should be and waiting for that phone call just in case. With a view to me working here, which I do quite a lot anyway. I've almost always worked from home, particularly with Find Your Feet. I find I don't keep people off their work and I get a lot more work done if I'm actually sitting self-isolating. But suddenly I've got a kid coming up and saying, can you help me with my homework? Or bouncing a ball at my back, or shouting down my ear while I'm doing a meeting on the phone, having a good chat with somebody on the phone. So it's very, very different, isn't it? So thank you very much. We're now at 24 people watching, which is wonderful. It's flashing up in front of my face there, all the people that are watching. Colin, how are you doing? I know you've got coronavirus, or that was the deal. Davey's listening in as well, so I'm probably going to get a row for most things. I'll keep watching for all the wee messages telling me what I'm doing wrong there. Caroline, Christina, I probably can't go on and mention everybody, but thank you very much for listening in. I don't know, maybe send me questions. I'll try and answer them. What's pretty good, I think, about the self-isolation is that we've suddenly all learned new technical things. I had no idea what Zoom was. I've now learned about House Party, trying to get together with friends, and we're arranging parties now where you can have your glass of wine and sit and chat to people on the phone. And that's just never been something we've wanted to do before. And suddenly it becomes something much more important that we're communicating through a video, and we're not feeling alone. We can laugh and joke and still slag each other, in my case, with my friends anyway. So thank goodness for the technology. And like I say, for Rory at school, and it's just been incredible, all the downloads that are there. He did the Joe Wicks fitness video this morning at the same time as Papa, so they're doing something together and joining in, if you like. Hi Ches, doing my best, thank you very much. And Mo listening in. This is a wee bit like your radio station, Mo. I have to just keep talking. When do you think I can play music and just get a wee breather? Anyway, I'll get back on again. Nice to have you on board, thank you. Mandy and Jan are on there too. Hello everybody, Caroline. Just as they're popping up, I think I missed a few more on the way up there. So hopefully I'll get back to you. Thanks for listening in. Christina says, Zoom is amazing. I've learned that I'm a workaholic and I don't have any hobbies now. I'll need to find some. Well, that's interesting, Christine, because I've been getting my jigsaws back out, because I actually at heart I'm a complete sado. And what's good about little jigsaws with little tiny pieces is that my hand physios are going to be very proud of me, picking up little pieces and trying to pop them into holes, and then when I make a mistake, getting them back out again. So I've rediscovered my jigsaws at night time. So I have to say my daytimes have been pretty frantic though. This working at home lark I thought would be a wee bit easy and there wouldn't be so much needing done. But at Find Your Feet, we've been really putting in the hours. Certainly for everyone, they always did, but I can't confess I did. So, but yeah, I definitely am now. We've been frantically trying to put the changes into place. Obviously, we can't do the clubs and classes that we've been trying to do or we've been doing for the last 5 years. And what really matters is that those people don't have the support that they're used to having. As I'd said in the beginning, they can't get out to their clubs and classes. The people that used to take them to places aren't going in. They've just got no connection with the outside world at all. So what we're trying to do is put every club or class, if we can, online, down on video. I don't know if you saw the video last week of the guy in his Speedos lying with his belly on a skateboard and doing the front crawl. And I thought, that really made me laugh. I thought we could even take the swimming classes onto video and have a laugh that way. But I don't think many of us have a bath big enough, and I think we'd probably be shut down if we started doing live swim lessons. But anyway, that made me chuckle. So maybe we can all do Joe Wicks together. I know for sure Michelle, counsellor, is planning some videos on mindfulness and relaxation, and also direct contact ones where you can join in and talk as a group. Maybe she can have some group therapy classes as well, and they get a chance to talk about how they're feeling, and hopefully we can try and prevent anything nasty happening with this isolation. We can prevent people getting too down about it and getting stir crazy with it, like us all. But a lot of our troopers are struggling to start with, and this is really just compounding things and making it all harder. All our staff have been just wonderful. We're starting to think crisis at Find Your Feet. The fundraising has completely dried up. Everybody that used to do a sponsored event has been stopped doing it. You're not allowed to go to these events anymore. We can't suddenly go out and do a big event and pull in 800 people and 60 grand for the charity and to be able to offer all these clubs. So we're having to come up with new ways for that as well. But the phone calls, the video calls, the one-to-one connection with these amputees, our troopers, has to go on. And we really fear that if we don't, we're completely abandoning them and just leaving them to their own devices. And I just dread to think what might happen if that were the case. We've got a lot of testimonials with our troopers, and I know for a lot of them it is absolutely a lifeline. Some of them have reached the depths of despair and been able to talk to either someone who's been in that position, one of the peer support people, one of our amputees who's trained to be peer support people, or speaking to Michelle in counselling, or I'm just coming to our groups and clubs has really, really saved them. They've told us that. Davey's telling me got it wrong and it was John Wicks. He's been watching, so he's killed 4 people. Typical. Okay, you're going to do worse than the coronavirus. Thanks very much. I'll do another wee shout out. There's Arlene Motherwell in there. She says there's apps on Mindfulness Scotland. So yes, we'll probably be posting those as well. We'll probably put Joe Wicks out there as well, and someone sitting in a wheelchair or using their crutches. I'm sure there's not any problems with that at all, I don't think. I'm sure everything will go just fine with that. But in summary there, about Finding Your Feet, a lot of the changes that we're making requires a lot more time, a lot more effort. The big club, if you like, that Mishan maybe had doing Pilates, maybe you could have 20 or 30 people in his club. He now has to do it on video, and he has to do that on a link with people, maybe 6 or 7 at a time. So yeah, he's probably got to do that 3 or 4 times a week to get to the same people. He's been very kind and doing things for us that were above and beyond. But yeah, really, we've got to pay him, we've got to pay the gym instructor, we've got to pay Michelle for her time as well. And it's all just going to cost. So money for the charity is really, really vital. We're really struggling. So what we're trying to do, though, is we've looked at every single cost we can. We've tried to take that down to the bare minimum. Anyone who felt they could do less hours and charge less hours has gone down. Anyone that felt they could just work for a wee bit less money has gone down. And that just, in my case as well, I know there's so many people worse off than me, and just didn't feel like I could take full wage from the charity at all. So we're cutting that back as much as we possibly can. Some cuts or some costs you just can't cut at all, or we wouldn't have anything or anybody to go back to, and we desperately don't want to lose good staff who, I don't know, they could go and find another job. Maybe they couldn't at the moment anyway, but we've got the best team. I love you guys. I don't know if you're watching. I haven't seen any of our staff up there. I'm sure they mean to be watching. Maybe they're going to watch later. I'm sure that's it. They're probably going to watch later on. But to all the staff at Find Your Feet, we're doing this job because we really, really care. We love our job and we wouldn't let people down. And therefore, the work has continued. The hours have continued without the money to hang. Whatever. We'll find out a way of talking our mortgage company into letting us pay our mortgage later on or whatever. But, it just doesn't seem quite so important right now. We're all mucking in together trying to help everybody. There's Nicola telling me she is there. I must have missed her message. She says, do you want to give your nose a wee bite? What was on my nose? Were you just saying that? You heard her? She's just making me feel bad. She's probably tee-hee-hee. And now she says, Care told me to. You pair. Well, it's good to know you're watching at least. Thanks very much for your support. So we were at trying to save money at the charity and how much we've been able to do. But yeah, it's really, really tough. And we're trying so hard with the grants, putting everybody into grants and trying to get as many grants as we can. It's not something we've been particularly successful at. So we're trying all we can to get people to help us and teach us and learn from that. And I'm sure in the future that we're putting in so many applications that we might be able to rely on regular income in the future. But at the moment, we're depending, I'm really, really sorry to say, we're depending on people like you, and people have been absolutely fantastic with us. I think you might have seen our appeals out last week where I was snottering. I'm like, you've now got me conscious here. Slobbering at me there. You might have seen me with snotters last week, having a wee bubble when I had my meltdown at my second day of self-isolating, and I'm sure you're all finding it tough now, but it was tougher last week when everybody else was out playing and I wasn't allowed to, so it was quite tough. Oh, Kaz. Hi, Karen. Karen's my ambulance driver that drove me to Leeds a year and 2 months ago when I went to get my hands, and the poor soul, her ears must have been bleeding by the time she got to Leeds. So nice to know you're watching. Loads and loads of people coming up. It's really nice to see you all there. Thank you very much. 50 people on. I'm so popular. Davey, have you ever done this? How many people watched you? Just saying. Anyway, so our appeal last week while I was blubbering down line, it really helped, actually. I'm embarrassed that I'm doing bubbling videos. I didn't intend to, but at the same time, it worked. We desperately want Finding Your Feet to survive through this period. I know everybody has something to worry about at the moment. Hopefully it means you're not worrying about your job. Your nose is fine. I was joking, honest. Thanks, Nick. You're too late. Yeah, sorry. We are seriously worried about the future of Finding Your Feet. We know absolutely that what we do is crucial to a lot of people. You know, if they're in contact with friends and family and they're able to get up and about and round, then probably we don't need to worry. But there's a huge percentage of them that aren't able to do that. So this is going to come really, really difficult for them. They're going to really, really struggle at this time. So really helped, and it's still going. We desperately need every penny we can get. We were panicking about our fire walk being cancelled, the kilt walk being cancelled, all my public speaking ones are cancelled. All of these things make money for the charity, and we absolutely need them to survive, and somebody tells you can't do them. It's absolutely vital to our charity. And that's when I came up with the idea. I'm sniggering away, I can't even see it. Davey came up with the idea of our non-event last week, before anybody had started to think how we're going to cope with this. We come up with the idea of a non-event. And wouldn't it be great if you could, instead of thinking, oh no, I need to go to this charity gig tonight, I need to get on my best dress and I need to turn up there and I know they're going to take every penny from me. Wouldn't it be great if you could just say, I don't need to go to this thing tonight. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm delighted to be not going to your non-event. So we introduced the non-event last week, and we've had quite a few corporates supporting us and actually buying a table not to come to our event, not to come to our non-event. Actually, not to come to our non-event? Yeah, that might be the right way of putting it. But the non-event has really, really taken off. And if you're in a position, please, to take a table for our non-event, invite all your friends not to come to the table. Tell us about them. We can make a bit of a fuss about them. Do a video, please, to tell people why you're taking a table at the Find Your Feet non-event. Why it really is that you don't want to go to our event. Wouldn't it be brilliant if everybody would not come to the event? Thanks very much to Chris Quinn, who said earlier in the week that absolutely he would buy a ticket to go to something that Davy Hutton wasn't at. So there you are. Maybe that's the sales pitch. You know, and maybe it's that the Killers aren't playing. Maybe it's because Kevin Bridges has said he's not playing. These are all going to be real big events on the night that all these big stars are not going to come. So it would be absolutely brilliant if you would not come with us. Thank you very much. What we're going to do at the end of this link is, the end of our live stream is we're going to put up two links. Sir Tom Hunter and the Kilt Walk have been very, very kind in releasing the money that we would have made through the Kilt Walk. And not only that, but putting 50% on top. And all of that will happen after the 31st of March. So what that means is every single donation that we can possibly get from people now can go through the Kilt Walk sponsor page, which I will do whenever they put it on. Actually, I will do the walk, just to be clear. I will do the walk when they decide it's safe to do it. But it would be absolutely brilliant. Instead of sponsoring me then, it would be absolutely brilliant if you would do it now, and we'll get 50% right on top. So every single £1 you give us, we'll get £1.50 given to charity. And if you can imagine anything you can spare in the next week before the 31st of March, 50% of that, somebody giving you half as much and putting it in with your donation and giving it to Finding Your Feet. And we will have that money shortly after the 31st of March. So it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, Sir Tom Hunter and the Kilt Walk, for doing that. It's very, very big deal to charities at the moment, and to Find Your Feet, it might just be an absolute lifesaver. So we're thrilled to bits with that. So we'll put the links up, one for my Kilt Walk sponsor page. Please tell us if you want a ticket. We're pitching it at £75, which is exactly what it would have been had you been coming to the Hilton or the Marriott or whichever big hotel we decided to use. So, you know, we're not ripping you off or anything, no way. We're only charging what we would have done. And do you know what? Every single penny of that ticket money, instead of getting you chicken and haggis and a bit of gravy, what it's going to do, every single penny is not going to go to that hotel. It's not going to go to that meal in that hotel. It's going to go to the charity. Every single penny of your donation is going to go to the charity. So, can you buy a ticket? Can you put together a table? It would be absolutely fantastic if you can bring your table of 10 and £50. Do you know what? No. Do you know what? £750 is not a bargain. £700 if you'll take a table of 10 today. And you don't need to buy a big expensive outfit. You don't need to go to the beauticians. You don't need to go and get false eyelashes and false nails. And for girls as well, you don't need to be getting all glammed up and out. You can just not go. And you can say a big 2 fingers to all those expenses that would normally be there. I'm going to give every single penny of my ticket money to Finding Your Feet. If there's enough people come, we thought we might actually do an event. Who knows? It might be that you choose the night, and you choose your company, and you choose your meal, and you do it all yourself. It could be that you put your feet up one night and say, this is the best Finding Your Feet Bionic Bash I've ever been to. I'm going to do this every year. I'm never going to go again. It'll be absolutely brilliant to never go again. Do you know what? I bet you who's really, really pleased will be Hope. Hope Gordon is really, really pleased that she's not going to be playing the bagpipes at our Bionic Bash. How nice is that? Just for you, Hope. That's why we're doing this. So, now hold on. Kerr says, shameless plug. Glasgow Kilt Walk 2020. Everyday Hero /UK/core. And you should be able to get me. But if you go on to findyourfeet.net, then you'll find a link on there. And like I said, we're going to put it up at the end of this feed. And please, please, please donate everything you can, and do it before the 31st of March. And Sir Tom Hunter, Kilt Walk, are going to give us 50% to add to it. We're really, really chuffed to bits about doing that. And we're not doing anything wrong. They told us to do that. They want to help charities like ours They really, really do. So it's it's going to be our biggest event. After next Tuesday, we're still going to be raising money. We're going to make sure that Find Your Feet are still there for the people that need us when all this coronavirus stuff is over. Let's see if I can read a few out for you now. Chris McCready's watching. Hello, Arlene. Are you still in there? Well, 2 tables, one for me and one for Bobby. Do you mean 2 tables? I'm going to take you at that, Arlene. You now have to fit 2 tables. Fill 2 tables, one for me and one for Bobby. Is that you two self-isolating? Are you in separate parts of the room, you and Bobby? Going to fill 2 tables? That's worth a watch. Did anybody see the wee woman this morning that was knitting something for her husband in isolation? Now that it's just the 2 of them, she was knitting. Oh, it was so lovely. She was knitting this thing, and then I realised in the picture it was a noose she was knitting. So maybe not great for her husband. Watch your back, mate. Who have we got here? Katrina Bunn is watching. Hi, darling. How are you? Katrina's one of our great volunteers, does a lot for the charity. Colin Hutton says, we like the Bionic Bash, though. Is that Colin Hutton, my dad? Yes, it is. I can tell by the vest in his picture there. He's Find Your Feet best at that. Well, Dad, we'll have a Bionic Bash for you as well. We'll do one in person later on. But until then, we can't. So we're going to do it this week. So if you could get on Facebook, Dad, get on Facebook, share the link with as many people as you can, tag all your friends. And I know he's looking at me like he's completely lost it now. He won't have a clue. So I'll do it all for him later, eh? Jennifer McShane, newly married, didn't get her honeymoon last week. I'm so sorry, hun. You'll get it eventually. At least you're married. People are not being able to get married now, you know that. And not only that, funerals. Oh, I should have been at a funeral yesterday. Mr Montgomery, John Deere Tractors, famed for his John Deere Tractors, and all his staff at Montgomery's used to drink a lot in the Howard Inn when we had the pub. And lovely, lovely man, and paid the bill at the end of the night. So can't get any nicer than that. Big thoughts to him and the family, and Lynn and Carol, we're thinking about you all. Davy, you're putting me off. Davy says, I'm coming. Can you say that to your sister? No, you can't. But listen, we're going to get in trouble just in case my young brother is watching. Hi, Scopes. Unlikely, probably. He's not a huge Facebooker, so he's probably not going to be watching now or later. But just in case, I can't say I didn't mention him. Tracy Ralph, my wee buddy down in Essex, how are you, darling? You're getting a new hospital down there. I don't know if you noticed it, so hopefully that'll make you all feel safe and not worried about coronavirus anymore. Take care, hun. I hope you and the kids are well. Tracy suffered exactly the same as me the year after me, so doing great, sweetheart. Arlene, give us a break. What are you saying? No, it's a table for each one of us. So you want a table to yourself? You want to sit separately in a table for yourself? One for you and one for Bobby? No, definitely you're caught for a table now. Come on, these are real people that are really struggling, and I know you're always counting your pennies, sweetheart, but think of the money you're saving with the booze. Think about all the times you're not going to be in the Howard Inn. I keep saying the Howard Inn. It's not the Howard Inn, is it? The boarding house now. It'll always be the Howard Inn. How good is Howard? Arlene, you're going to save a fortune with the amount of drink you're saving, so buy more tickets. Get all your friends invited. What about all those nutters? What about all those nutters? Anne Campbell, get her there. Caroline, Irene, let's get them all at the table. Jennifer's saying on that subject of her honeymoon, it's not a big deal for the honeymoon. We just want everyone safe and big hugs after all this. Stop pretending you're that kind. Oh, sweetheart, that's a really nice thing to say. Tommy Lawton, Volunteer of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, sir, a few years back. Rock on, Cor. Rock on, Tommy. The staff at Find Your Feet are all safe and home working, thank you very much. But they're working very, very hard, Tommy. Don't know if you heard earlier that we're changing all our clubs to online. So there's a lot of effort involved in that. Any staff that possibly can are helping with grant applications because we're skint. And we're trying our best to raise money for Find Your Feet now that all the fundraising areas have dried up. So we're doing everything we can to help. So Finding Your Feet will be here. Finding Your Feet will survive this. We'll all survive this, guys, if we do what we're supposed to do. So Marcia, Lindsay Jeffers. Hi everyone. Alison Devaney's watching. Were you on that Madhouse party the other night, Alison? Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, keep your clothes on next time, will you? Nettie G, charity superstar in the village in Lochwinnock. Hi Nettie, good to see you. Not Wonder now. Do you know, here's a funny thing she says. Young Wonder Woman. Rory bought my mum a keyring once from Legoland, and he wanted to buy the Wonder Woman one. And I said, why is that, son? He said, because she's always wondering where she is or where her keys are. There you are, there's just my wee joke. Ha ha ha. Kate Hutton, good God, what are you doing on Facebook, Kate? Arlene's ordering takeaway cocktails from the Howard Inn. That's true. They're doing cocktails. The boarding house is now doing cocktails delivered to your home, but only if you're in Lochwinnock and Howard. So hopefully, Davey's saying, what a relief to get your words out. Do you know, this is absolutely perfect for me. I've got all these people talking to me there online, and nobody can actually answer me back. I can say anything I like. Hello, Lynn in Seattle. Hi, sweetheart. She's already turned 50. For anyone that doesn't know, I've got my 50th next week, and I'll be doing that on my own. How much of a good party is that going to be? My canal boating trip with all my girls are that's on hold. We won't be going there either. So hopefully we'll get to catch up on it all at some point. So Lynn said, did some of the issues with donating from overseas get resolved? Lynn, just tell me how much you want to donate, and I'll solve it for you. I'll work it out with you. Okay, get the money to me, and I will donate it for you. 50% for anyone who didn't hear me earlier. The Kilt Walk are letting us put all our donations into the Kilt Walk until the 31st of March. And Sir Tom Hunter, the wonderful man, is putting 50% on top of every donation thereafter. So can you please get donations in before the 31st of March, and it makes it 50% bigger. So even if you've only got a little tiny bit to donate, then we're going to make it much bigger with Sir Tom's Nick's got a joke for me. She says, what's COR short for? And I already know this joke because it was given to me by my little friend Keely, who said, what's COR for? And I said, I don't know what is COR for. And she says, she's got no legs. Ha ha ha. So thanks for reminding me that, Nicola. Maybe we'll tell your funny joke next time. I've got Big Pete watching as well. Davey says, can I not come on the boat too? There's absolutely no chance that you can come on the boat. Your wife says so. In fact, there's a donation there, Kate Hutton. If you can make a donation, then we'll make sure Davey Hutton doesn't get anywhere near the boat. Big Pete, if you make a donation, then what I'm going to do is make sure that Davey stays away from you. That's got to be worth a bit of money, isn't it? 50% from Tom Hunter over and above. So I'm going to put the link up at the end of this feed, and we can get 50% more on top. So thank you very much, guys. Leslie Laurie's on. Hi, sweetie pie. Sasha Mason Mackenzie. I can't remember what I knew your surname is, but she says, go Sir Tom H. So yes, I appreciate Tom Hunter. What a wonderful man. Who else? Gavin Harper, thank you very much for watching. Ali Anderson, nice to see you. He's my bicycle buddy. I looked at his butt for about 4 hours one day on a tandem. Very nice butt it was too. Still shaving your legs, mate? Yeah, so I better say that more clearly. Are you still shaving your legs, Ali? Nice smooth legs. Talking about Joe Wicks, is it time to go back to Joe Wicks again? Did everybody do Joe Wicks? And if you didn't do Joe Wicks, then I think we should all be doing Joe Wicks, if that were an option. Anyway, Kaz is off. Bye, sweetheart. Thank you very much for listening in. Nettie, Ian Owen, I haven't mentioned. Sorry, Ian. Hi, sweetheart. 2 events you can't go to. Oh, no, that's great. You can't come, though, Ian. I'm so delighted you can't come. That's the best news ever. Get your tickets in, though, will you? Don't just tell me you can't come. Don't just tell me I'm inspirational. Don't just say you're wonderful, Corinne. Please, please, please buy a ticket or a table for our non-event. It'll really make all the difference. I'm going hoarse now, and I really need to protect my throat. I need to protect my airwaves against this coronavirus. But I don't think it's getting in this house because nobody's coming to see me. Nobody's allowed in the door. So It's really nice of you all to listen in. If you're just catching the tail end, then when I finish this, the whole thing will be on there, so you can listen again. How good's that? But I think, Kerr, that's 40 minutes I've been on. Would that be all right? I'm under instructions here. We're going to try and do this quite often, and I thought I would talk a wee bit today about my physio and just tell you, I need to show you my wonderful hands here. Look how straight these are. Look how straight the fingers are. Absolutely brilliant and working very well, just in case my hand transplant people are watching. So the strength is really coming up. They're doing great, but maybe I'll show you some of the gadgets that I've got from my physio department. I'll give you just a wee taster session here. This is the one that means I use my intrinsic muscles, and I have to do quack, 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 like that, to make sure my intrinsic muscles work. So I should get top marks from them for that. Anyone else I need to mention? Christine Sparks, your mommy's watching. Oh, hi mommy, how are you? I watched your live video the other day from your home. You stay safe. Wonderful lady. And all the mammies that didn't get to see their kids on Mother's Day, and particularly if you're in a home, please look after yourself. We need you all. We want you all to stay safe. Davey's just told me I look like a horse. No, a horse. I look like a horse. Why the long face? Thanks very much, Arlene Motherwell. You're all having a great time there, aren't you? And I'm working here. So, yes, I'm going to call it a day at that. Lovely to speak to you all. Hi, Greg. Nice to see you on there. Matthew Dickey. Oh, long time no see. David Lloyder. Appreciate you listening. And thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening in. And just finally, before you go, I'm not going to give in. Please, we're going to put the link up that will let you buy a ticket or a table for our non-event. We want everybody to not come to our non-event. We want to make sure we don't see any of you there. And hopefully we'll be able to get the ball rolling and make it the biggest event ever. The biggest non-event ever with no people at it. I don't know if there's a record for that, but let's certainly look it up. Love everyone. Arlene, I haven't mentioned you. Arlene McGinn. Hope your mommy's well. Deborah Hagan. Last ones to come through. Margaret Salisbury, thank you very much. Doing a great job. I'm not sure the staff are going to agree with that. There's Big Pete saying, hi, I missed the start. Can you go back to the beginning? Fortunately for you, Pete, you can watch it all again. Nice to meet you all, guys. Nice to see you all. Nice to talk to you all. Remember, buy your tickets for the biggest non-event in the world ever. We'll put the link up. Buy a seat, buy a ticket. Come to our non-event. And thanks for listening in, guys. I've been on here for 45 minutes, so apologies for cutting you off now. If you've just started listening, tune in and you'll see the rest of it. Lovely to see you all. Bring me sunshine. Susie B. earlier sent me a donation in your smile. Thank you very much for listening. Love you all. Cheers. Bye-bye.